What's up, everybody? This is Coach Harris, CEO of Raw Town Sports, LLC. I've been known as a defensive back whisperer, DB guru, but what you may not know is we've been developing athletes at Raw Town Sports for over 20 years, and our intense training style has produced multiple Big Ten champions, multiple national champions, team ambassadors, multiple Super Bowl champions, multiple draft picks, first round draft picks, first defensive back off the board. And some of them have continued their offseason training with us. And the type of off seasons that we have had has produced highest paid defensive backs in NFL history. I've done that twice. So there's receipts on my work. Now, today we're working with Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward is a first round draft pick, defensive back with the Cleveland Browns. He is now a 3-time Pro Bowler, and that's accredited to the hard work that he has put in the offseason. So we're going to take you guys on the inside of what him and I do in the offseason to get him ready for the season and another Pro Bowl year. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of the warm-ups that we do. Dynamic warm-ups are key, but I will go through these. These are called 2 switches. You do these high knee drives at a 2-rep max. Make sure that your foot is dorsiflex. That means your toes is pointed towards your shins and just explode to the ground in violent nature. It's a good rep to do. You can do these forward and you can do them lateral. All right, so the exact same thing. Bop. All right, put that foot in the ground. The importance is minimizing ground contact but putting force into that floor. So pop that foot off that floor, as well as you're popping that knee to your chest. Let's go, pop, elbows, good, push, push, come on, push, 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 come on, push, push. You have done your dynamic warm-ups. I like to get into some foot speed. So foot speed, several drills I like to do, loops around the cone. It's a good drill to do. You're gonna work on being quick with your feet and explosive to the ground and get about 8 steps around the cone. Weaving through the cones is another good way of just going up and under the cones with an extension at the end and going back into the same pattern. Another good way to just get those feet fired up. So small hump, big hump is my favorite drill to do with defensive backs as a warm-up. It's a great foot pattern to do for foot speed. It's foot speed meeting control. And what you're gonna do is have 6 feet of cones in width and 3 feet off the line from depth. And you're just gonna make semicircles on a low level, then to a higher pattern around the cones. You're not gonna go underneath the cones. You stay over top of the cones with the quickest feet you ever had in your body. So it's a good way to challenge yourself, and you have to have control to be artful and putting your feet pattern around those cones. So the DBL cone is a good drill to do for defensive backs. You're setting up like a traditional L cone, and if you don't know what that is, you can go to NFL Combine L cone drill, look that up. But it's a 5-yard horizontal, 5-yard vertical cone setup, and the defensive back is going to work on cutting and planting. One is a traditional back pedal. The second one will be open up to this man right here, back pedal, plant, open up, find your man, plant, left foot, and you finish through. And you can do different variations of this drill. You can mix up how you back pedal by flipping the hips, chopping it up, plant, open up, find your man, left foot, plant. Today's training is about off-man coverage. And so if we're gonna be doing off-man coverage, I like to work on my stem technique. Stem technique is a great way to work on keeping leverage inside without overcommitting, opening up into the route too soon. If you notice when we're doing stem technique, you really wanna mesh those knees together and yet keep your feet apart. And so we're gonna do some control pedal with that. We're just gonna work on going fast, going slow, going fast, and going slow. And it's just a good way to work good control, firing up the adductors, and yet keeping our foot pattern going fast and keeping an inside relationship with your man. Stemming goals is just a different variation of stem technique training. It's just you stemming at 45-degree angles multiple times, and you come out of that breaking on the ball. It's just something very simple. It's nothing complex. But just want to make sure that your knees are staying tight and keep them under your hips, and you just flip it's more so stem into different 45-degree angles, getting backwards and then planting and break on the ball. It's a good drill to do. Now we're getting to more purpose as far as training. I think your training should always have purpose. And we're gonna work on some big stems and going across 90 degrees. This type of drill will wear you out. You wanna get at least 3 to 4 sets of each side. You could even increase that even more, but make sure that you're really simulating the game. So we're gonna work on our back pedal first, then we're gonna work on our stem, and then we're gonna break across 90 degrees and put the ball on the rope. Okay, so now we're stemming and breaking on the 45 like you break on a post. All right, nothing's really changing. Everything's pretty much the same. You just break on a different angle, a post or a corner route. But in this situation, it'll be more likely a post. But you want to be fluent as you can when you're doing this drill. If you watch Denzel, he's pedaling, and when he stems, he pushes off that left foot. When he opens up, left foot push, and he's not switching up his position when he's becoming an athlete to run that post. So now we're going to go ahead and reverse the breaks. And so when we transition into that 90, we're going to reverse it and transition back across our body 90 degrees. So it's very important that you work on foot placement and all the things you're doing from the pedal to the stem to the transition and back to reverse transition. It's good foot placement, just bad hands. But we'll do that again. You'll see him work on that pedal. So the stem, open up, then reverse plant, and get back across 90. A lot of times for conditioning, I like to double up and over-exaggerate the drill. Therefore, these guys can really get their legs fried, and then we're going to wrap it up and be done with it. But we'll do it again, where he's going to pedal, he's going to stem, he's going to pedal, he's going to stem, he's going to open up the ball. You can do about 4 to 5, maybe 6 reps of that, and that's about a wrap. For more drills and tips, you guys make sure you go to my YouTube page, Raw Telling You, and I will send more stuff of what we do at an elite level with our elite level athletes. So check us out, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the tips and drills that we're giving you, and you apply it to your game.